Alrighty, hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft. I am coming to Minecraft after a huge failure. That failure is I was trying to do a different video. I was like, I've seen some people play Halo 5 lately, I'll play some Halo 5. I played a match of Action Sack, never having played it before. And I was like, this has to work out. This should work out, right? Only issue is, in Action Sack, I didn't know how the fuck to play the game. So that really helped. Then I went ahead and I was like, you know what? I want to play a game of, what's it called? I wanted to play some Big Team. Because I was like, I normally only play Big Team on here. So I tried to get some Big Team going. And it was loading the match for Big Team for 7 minutes. Just straight. Just a hardcore, solid 7 minutes. So I sat there and I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited some more. And then I was like, you know what, this isn't working. Because after 7 minutes of waiting for Big Team, guess what? It still wasn't starting the fucking match. And, to make it worse, it wasn't letting me leave the match. So the issue with that was, I wasn't going to sit there for another 10 fucking minutes waiting for a match to start that may or may not have started at all. So I just quit the game, as in, I went like this, I went like this, and I quit the game. Because it wouldn't let me out of the match. I literally hit every button on the controller. Unless you guys know something I don't know, then it literally just would not let me leave the fucking match. How the fuck did I get 4 wool from 1 sheep? That sheep had a lot to give. And because I have limited colors. Sorry. Did not mean to punch you in the back of the head. I meant to take your wool. I'm just gonna go run around real quick, see if I can find some other sheepy weepies and get their wool. I found a gray sheep. Yeah. I was just in a match, in matchmaking for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, I know I'll end up editing out the load time between matches. But at the same time, I also kind of don't want to be sitting in a match for 10 minutes that's not going anywhere. Like, at all. It was still looking for 2 players for 10 minutes. It was Big Team, so it was like 8 on 8, so it found like 14 players in about, I want to say it took maybe 35 seconds. I want to say a good 35 seconds, because I was looking at the time on the capture, and it took not even a minute to find 14 players. And then it took 10 minutes after that to still be searching for 2 more players. And I was playing on balanced. I figured that would be easier. Apparently not. So next time I look for players to play a game with for Halo, if I do in fact go back to Halo, which I don't think I will after that experience, but if I do go back to it, there's like an option to do like expansive to where it just searches for like extra people. I am going to start decorating the inside of my house. More than just carpet. And there shouldn't have to be much jump cuts because I've just had a thing happen in Halo. And I feel like talking for a while. So let's talk for a while. I'm trying to figure out what would be a nice spot. Because it's a cool looking house. But in all reality, it ain't functional at fuck all. So I'm just trying to figure out like a nice spot to throw down 3 furnaces. I don't want it to be like in the entryway. I'll do it like right here. Actually, let's just get rid of some carpet. And I'll actually go make another furnace. That way I have 4 furnaces. I actually like having multiple furnaces. Now let's go get the furnace creation going. Boom. There we got all 4 of our furnaces right next to each other. Crafting table. I should only need like 1 crafting table. I'm gonna put that like right there. 4 furnaces, 1 crafting table. For right now, this will be the kitchen. I will actually just put my kitchen chests right here. How about that? Throw my cooked foods in here, including my rotten flesh and cocoa beans. Because who doesn't just love the wonderful taste of rotten flesh? Ew, gross. That grossed me out a little bit. Let's throw down some of this white carpet. That doesn't look half bad. Boom. I actually got quite a bit of this carpeted. Let's go get some more carpet. Damn! All of you have I'm sorry, Jeffrey. It's just I can't let you get out of the pen. If you get out of the pen, the cow will kill you. That cow has been talking some mad shit about Jeffrey. Apparently Jeffrey said something about his mom, and fucking that cow went ape. I mean, it's understood. Say something about my mom, I'll go a little ape. But it's just how, like, the circle of life works when it comes to a cow and a sheep. They have a bloody, bloody history together. Ever since the War of Ak 9. The whole 9 minutes into this created world and I saw 5 cows just beat to death a sheep. Oh my god, it was like one of the most intense things I've ever seen in Minecraft. If you don't believe me, you can watch the first video. In the first video, it happens like right there. And then when you watch the first video, you can come back to this video and be like, I didn't see shit. I have plenty of red carpet now. More than I will ever need. Let's go back out here. Righty. I think I am going to try and get an achievement today. I do not know how long it will take, so that's why it's maybe I'll get an achievement today. Because I've got some iron pickaxes. I know this one will last for like maybe a block or two. But I'm gonna try it anyway. And we'll see how it goes. Now, before you ask, yes, I'm going to climb to the top of a mountain and just start getting cobblestone. I want to kind of fill up that chest with nothing but cobblestone. And then we'll decide on what we want to do with all that cobblestone later. So join me for this amazing episode where you watch me mine cobblestone for 20 minutes. Or almost jump to my death. Whichever one happens first. Jump! Oh, I didn't die. Jump! Oh, I didn't die again. Fuck. How about now? Dude, that did less damage than it did when I jumped off my house. Jumped off the side of a mountain, I took less damage than when I jumped off my house. That says something. About me, about you, about everybody. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. Dude, I'm surprised this pickaxe has lasted this long. There you go. So let's talk about something. Honestly, a second ago, I was like, ooh, I have to discuss with my party peeps out here, the ones that are like watching and listening to my videos. I have to discuss a very serious and very important thing. Have any of you guys ever seen a show called DC's Legends? Me personally, I'm a Marvel fan, but I started watching DC Legends on Netflix last night, and it was actually a really good show. I liked it quite a bit too. I watched probably like the first 3 episodes of it. I don't think I started the 4th episode. I think I quit and went to bed because it was 4 in the morning when the 4th episode was going to start. It was actually like after 4 in the morning. I want to say it was like 4:30 in the morning. So I got off then. But the fact that I just sat there and just kept watching episode after episode. Like, I started to watch Punisher on Netflix a couple days ago, and I could not get into it. Like, there was just something about it that was just like, eh. And the first episode of The Punisher, I had no problem with. It was the episodes afterwards. Because I'm just watching this dude, like, torture a guy for no reason. Now, in all honesty, was I paying 100% attention? No. No, I wasn't. I was editing a video at the same time. So, did I miss something that was crucial to why he was torturing some NSA analysts? Probably. I have no doubts in my mind about that. But was I disagreeing with the amount of torture going on? Yeah. Especially when the guy's like, dude, I've just been trying to talk to you for like months. And he's like, I don't care. It just beats the shit out of a guy that's strapped naked to a chair. I'm like, okay, first off, that's just kind of fucked up in the first place. Why would you beat a guy that's already strapped naked to a chair? And then second, why? He actually wanted to talk to you. He doesn't have any ill intentions towards you. And you're like, no, I have to beat the shit out of you. Can't give you water or anything. Fuck you. It's like, wow. So that's the Punisher. I liked him in his other movies where it's like, my kids died. My wife died. This man did it. Let's kill him. Those were like my favorite movies. I don't have any reason to be in here. I actually have sticks on me. Take one block of iron. Some ingots out of it. Since this is going to be the new shed, this is going to be where everything gets built at, right? I'm gonna go ahead and make a crafting table. This is literally just like the shed out behind your house, except for this one's in front of the house. And the floor is made up of dirt, wool, and wood. So that'll definitely keep my tools safe from the elements. Dirt, wool, and wood. Especially when there's more wool than there is dirt, but there's more dirt than there is wood. I just need to make a couple iron pickaxes. Then I will be out of your hair. Nope. I will be out of your hair forever. I'm actually going to drop off a flower pot, some weed, an axe, some shears. So now all I have is a bunch of cobblestone in my inventory. And we can go back up to our mining location and mine some shit. Yeah, but no, the Punisher. I liked his movies. I liked the Punisher movies. Because you kind of get like the backstory, and then you work into, I have to kill the people that killed my family. Now as a TV show, I'm like, ooh, that actually sounds really cool. Every episode he takes down, like, let's say the cartel kills his family. So every episode he works up to like taking out another cartel member and works up the chain of command, and then like cuts off the head for the season finale. That sounded fucking cool to me. What didn't sound cool to me was when, you know, the show starts and he's already worked his way up to the top of the chain of command and has just killed every single person that has already killed his family. And it's like, I kind of like seeing him kill the people that kill his family. I don't like starting. It's kind of like starting a movie at the very end. Was how the first episode was like. I mean, you saw him kill 4 people that had to do with his family: a biker gang, a cartel leader, and some business dude in a suit. And then, like, right after that, it's just talking about you have to get over with this. You've already killed everybody. And I'm like, ew, what? Not like ew, like gross or anything. Just like, ew, like, why? Why would you start at the end of the movie? I mean, you're starting at the end of the movie, getting ready to go into the second movie, is how, like, the first episode felt like. And I'm not a fan of that. Like I said, I wanted to kind of, like, see him be like, you killed my family, now you must die. And that did not happen at all. He was just like, you killed my family, I'm gonna kill you, and you in 5 minutes. And then it just went into, like, him having PTSD. And I'm like, wow, this is almost a little too real for me. Like, I have PTSD, and it sucks. Of course, I don't have PTSD for, like, being in the military or anything, or, like, watching somebody die. I got it for some, like, stupid bullshit reason that I don't want to talk about right now. But no, it started getting, like, all serious, talking about, like, mental health and shit like that, and I'm like, there's certain times I'm down to, like, talk about mental health and, like, watch something about mental health, but for the most part, I deal with mental health issues on a daily with my PTSD and my bipolar disorder. So, the last thing I want to do is, like, sit down and relax and be like, yeah, let's talk about it some more. I've already thought about it all fucking day. Let's talk about it just a little bit more. So that was, like, my main issues with the Punisher was, I want to see him kill people that killed his family, and just, like, see, like, him planning it out or him training or something. And I just see him killing people and then kind of just, like, losing his mind. And then at the end of the first episode, you have him be like, I don't want to be friends with you, little Mexican kid. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, these guys are going to kill the Mexican kid. I keep calling him Mexican kid just because I didn't care enough to learn his name. But there's, like, this Mexican kid that, like, showed up and, like, tried to befriend the Punisher when he's not in the Punisher mood. He's, like, being his normal self. And I personally, this is just a personal thing, I try not to do this, but it happens sometimes with, like, certain TV show characters. I try to, like, keep that disconnect real, where just because this character was in another TV show doesn't mean that I won't like him because I didn't like him in that show. I try not to do that, but there are just some TV characters where I'm like, you suck so much in that show for, like, the fucking for the 1.5 seasons of the show I watched. You were just such a horrible person. I can't stand you. Now, if any of you are, like, agreeing with me and shit, it's because you know who I'm talking about. The main character, Punisher, in the Punisher series on Netflix. The guy who plays the Punisher, and does a pretty good job at playing the Punisher, don't get me wrong. He's actually a really good Punisher. Is the dude from The Walking Dead that, like, bangs his partner's wife. That guy, I didn't like him in The Walking Dead, and I watched, like, not even 2 seasons of The Walking Dead. It's something I get into, and I'm like, ooh, zombies, that's cool. And then I, like, don't watch it for, like, ever. I don't watch it when it comes on TV. I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV Unless I watch TV specifically when I'm like, oh hey, I wonder what Dad's doing. Oh, he's watching TV. Yeah, I might go watch some shit then. I'm gonna go drop this off. I have some andesite on me for no reason. But I might like stop in and watch TV with Dad or stop in and watch TV with Mom. But for the most part, I watch YouTube videos, I watch Netflix, and I watch Hulu. Which, speaking of Hulu, since we've been talking about The Punisher from Netflix, there's a show I started watching on Hulu. And I haven't watched anything on Hulu in probably about 2 weeks, just because I got into watching stuff on Netflix. I started watching Hawaii Five-O again. I started watching that Punisher, and then I fell out of the Punisher really quick. And then, what the fuck am I doing? I'm just wandering back and forth in that. I got distracted. I was like, fucking hell, the wool. When you walk on wool, it sounds different. But if you walk on grass, it sounds different. And if you walk on wood, it sounds different. And if you walk on dirt, not grass, dirt. Grass kind of sounds like you're walking on real life grass. Dirt actually sounds like you're walking on dirt. Walking on wool, I've never walked on wool before, so I don't know. Like, even if you walk on sand, it sounds completely different. That's something don't think I've ever really noticed out of all the time I've spent playing Minecraft, which now that I notice it for like the first time ever, it is like the coolest, goddammit. It is like the coolest thing I have figured out ever. And we made it back to the top. Rah, rah, rah. I was trying to make my character run while I yelled. I don't know if you guys were able to figure that out by my massive amount of failures right there. No. But on Hulu, I haven't watched it in a while, and I have to get back onto Hulu because there is actually about 3 or 4 shows that I watch on Hulu, and I was waiting for the episodes to come out for them, and then I got distracted on Netflix and stopped watching stuff on Hulu. Which in all reality, if I just kept up with the shows on Hulu and, you know, binge watched my shows on Netflix when I wasn't watching my shows on Hulu, I could probably binge watch longer on Netflix, because I sat there and I binge watched Hawaii Five-O for like 4 days straight. I'd sleep, I'd make videos, stuff like that, but whenever I had free time, I would just watch fucking Hawaii Five-O. And now I don't really want to watch Hawaii Five-O anymore. It's kind of just like, eh. But no. There is a show on Hulu. Now, like I said before, I started watching that DC's Legends. And I said that I like Marvel. Marvel is like my shit. I like Marvel over DC. I'm a Marvel fan. I also like the Sith over the Jedi. And I like caramel milk. I'm not gonna pick sides on the strawberry and chocolate fight for milk. If you ever get like caramel syrup for like a sundae or something, and just like pour some of that in milk and stir that up, oh my god, it's fantastic. But you do have to add a little bit more than you normally would of chocolate and strawberry to get that like real like caramely taste. But no, there's a show that I watch on Hulu. It's called Marvel's Runaways. It like popped up for a couple weeks, and I was like, I'm gonna have to watch this show. So I just started watching it, and I watched it like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, wow, just wow. It had kind of like a slow start, but I was like, every episode has like a first slow start. You kind of gotta get to know the characters, and if it's a show that's like doesn't have any backstory anywhere else, guess what? These are brand new characters. You've never met them before. They've never explained their story to you. So there's always the room to learn. I've almost got it full. Fuck. There should be enough sticks, right? Nice. But no, I started watching Marvel's Runaways, and that show, like I said, slow start, but it was actually really interesting. I haven't watched it in a couple weeks. I'm trying to remember some of the stuff that happened in it. It's got dinosaurs in it. There's literally like a velociraptor. I want to say that's what it's called. It's what's the dinosaur with the giant nail? With the giant like toenail? They talk about it in Jurassic Park. The one dude has it like as a necklace. I want to say that's a velociraptor. No, it's got like a dinosaur in it. It's got a girl who can glow. That is, for most of you out there that just heard me say that, you're like, a girl that can glow. Oh my god, that is so fucking unbelievable. Like, you do not give a shit. But it is definitely something where when you see it, you're like, ooh, why are you glowing? Why did those guys roofie you? Why did those guys try and rape you? Literally, fucking, like, first episode, one of the girls in the episode goes to a party. She doesn't normally go out and do stuff. She's, like, really religious and just does religion with her family. And she goes out to a party, and she's like, you know what? While I'm here, I'm going to take off the religious bracelet I've had on since I was a child. She takes it off. Her whole body starts to glow, and then she passes out. And there's literally two, like, jockey dude bro type guys there that are like, see the girl pass out. And, you know, if I'm at a party and I'm just standing there just bullshitting with my friends, and I see somebody just straight up go from standing upright to on the floor, I'm going to go over to them. I'm going to try and wake them up. If I can't wake them up, I'm going to fucking call 911. Because that shit ain't normal. You don't just pass out for no reason. And instead of, like, trying to wake her up, trying to, like, help her or anything, no, they just take her up to a room and start taking her clothes off. Like, as douchebaggy as they can get. But one of her friends is there and, like, saves the day. Although he's, like, in the first episode, all the runaways are friends that used to be friends with each other. Essentially, like, one of their best friends, part of their little group of friends, passes away. And because of that, they all kind of, like, just stopped talking to each other. They stopped hanging out with each other, stopped doing stuff together. And I understand it. shit gets hard after people die. But they all basically go their own ways, and then in the start of the episode, basically one of them is trying to get them all to hang out with each other. And that one, like, eventually does get them all to hang out with each other. But it's very, very clear how what happened before the show starts, before it ever starts, the friend dies. And because of that, it's very, like, beyond clear that they have a lot of issues with each other, and they just, like, flat out disagree with each other and just don't want to be friends with each other anymore. The only thing, my opinion, that, like, totally sucks about it is they're all completely different. There's, like, just, like, the cast of characters. What you're used to seeing as, like, the team of high school kids is, like, a bit different than normal. There's, like, there's the white girl who's the religious girl. There's the Asian girl who's the goth girl. There's two Mexican girls who are, like, not related to each other at all. They're just, like, one of them's adopted and the other one, like, their family or whatever. And there's this black kid. He is, like, responsible for, like, trying to get them to hang out with each other again. Basically, he just wants things to go back to normal. And there's a white guy who I've seen in other stuff. Some of the characters in the show I've definitely seen in other stuff. I just don't know what or how to place them in the show. Like, I am so much better with faces than I am names. But at the same time, the problem with that is when it comes to, like, when it comes to like, TV shows and movies, you can tell me the name of the movie like 12 times and I'll be like, I don't fucking know. And then when you're like, it's got that one dude in it that, like, fakes being a killer and then, like, has a friend with him that's also, like, being a killer, but they're, like, kind of, like, faking it and stuff, and then they're, like, trying to, like, stab themselves a bit so it looks believable that they're not the killers. I haven't figured out what movie I'm talking about. I'm talking about Scream. I honestly, as I was explaining that, I was going to go, and then it's got, like, Billy Loomis in it, but I know if I would have said that, everybody who's watching this would have been like, oh, Scream. Scream's, like, one of my favorite shitty horror movies. I say shitty just because it's not, like, a true horror movie where you're, like, on the edge of your seat the entire time trying to figure out what's going on. For most of the Scream movies, I'm kind of just, like, watching them being like, oh, I wonder how they're going to kill people this time. Scream movies and Final Destination movies have, like, the same effect on people, where you kind of watch them and go, ooh, how are you going to kill people? But, no. I like how I explained all the characters, and I, like, started to explain some backstory on different characters for that Marvel's Runaway, and I did not explain to you, like, the biggest plot point in the show. So they all get together to hang out with each other in the first episode, and they finally, like, you know, fuck it, they show up at the black kid's house, and they hang out. Well, while they're there, they, like, hear something. So they go check it out, and they go into another room where all the adults and parents were 5 seconds ago. And they're not there anymore. So they're just kind of, like, messing around in the room, and they literally, it's coasters. They find, like, a stack of coasters, and one of them like goes to get a coaster because they got a drink, and like goes to get a coaster and like moves the whole thing, and all of a sudden a secret door opens up. So they're like, "What the fuck? Why do you have a secret door in your house?" And the kid's like, "I don't know. I don't understand why I have a secret door in my house." So they go down into the secret room to investigate, just to see like what's going on, and they stumble upon their parents all in robes as they take a naked girl, force her to drink something, and then put her in what looks like a futuristic coffin, and then a super bright light, and then they're like, what the fuck is going on? Apparently their parents are like all part of like this big old cult. But that was like the first step. Oh, I got the hiccups now. But no, that was like the first episode. You like find out all these kids have issues with each other and don't really want to be around each other anymore. And then you also like immediately find out, oh shit, your parents are like psychopaths that have a cult. I like how off topic I got in this episode. I talked about DC's Legends, which I wish I could have talked about that one more. I totally got sidetracked by talking about The Punisher and then Marvel's Runaways. But I only record these for like a half hour to 45 minutes, so it's kind of hard to talk about a lot of stuff. And I just kept talking and talking and talking, which is something I do pretty good in my spare time. I can annoy the shit out of everybody in my family. Like every single person in my family can get pissed off at me and be like, Eli, shut the fuck up already. And it's always because I'll just keep talking about whatever. It has vines. There you go. Oh shit, I actually got a sapling for that too. Die! Damn. I kind of just want to kill myself. Not real life, in the video game. I just kind of want to jump off something and see if it's like a far enough fall to where I'll die. No. I've got about 2 minutes left. I gotta do an outro, so let's say 1 minute. I'm gonna try to explain to you DC's Legends in 1 minute. Starting now. Okay, so DC's Legends, it's basically a show where you have a time master. That's what they're called. Who is in the year 2166, where Vandal Savage has successfully taken over the world, right? So, shit, it's been like 30 seconds. Vandal Savage has taken over the world. He's killed this Time Master's family, and the Time Master went to the Time Council to try and get them to like change the events of time. Oh my god. And he gets told no, so he just runs off. He goes and does it on his own. He collects 8 people, hot girl, hot guy, some dude who's almost like the Ant-Man. He can like shrink into like the size of an atom. Don't know his name. There's this guy who's like a scientist that like combines with this black kid to like make a superhero. It's been more than a minute. If it wasn't for having to name off these characters, there's 2 villains. One of them who shoots an ice beam, and one of them who shoots fire. And then there's Black Canary, who is now the White Canary. And I think that is all of them. That is all of them. Yep. That's all of them. They're trying to kill Vandal Savage before 2166, when he takes over the world and starts killing like the entire world. Unless you do what Vandal Savage says, he kills you. Unless you're part of his cult, he kills you. So that's basically the premise of the show. It was a really cool show. Check it out. Check it out. Do that. Check it out. It has now been 2 minutes of me explaining DC's Legends. Hopefully you go check it out, and if you check it out, comment below and tell me that you watched DC's Legends and that you thought it was good or you thought it was shit. Hey, I'll actually talk about it with you in the comments. You tell me it's good, I'll be like, fuck yeah, bro, you're awesome. You tell me it's shit, I'll be like, fuck yeah, bro, you're awesome. No, if you tell me it's shit, we'll actually have a discussion, okay? You tell me it's good, we can actually have a discussion. What you like about it, what you don't like about it, stuff like that. If you check out Marvel's Runaways, let's talk about it. If you check out Punisher, let's talk about it. If you've already watched Punisher or are a Punisher fan, go into the comments, let me know why my opinion of the Punisher sucks, and we can talk about that too. Regardless, everybody out there have a deucey deuce deuces and a mighty fine deuces. Those are two different things. A deucey deuce deuces is like a mindset. A mighty fine deuces is a can of soda that you can pop open, drink it, and be like, yeah, I'm having a mighty fine day. Sorry. Either way, that's it. I'm gonna leave this world. You're gonna get to see me do it. I said I would do it every episode, and I have now fucked up multiple times. Everybody out there, love yourself, love each other, and love everyone that you see today, tomorrow, and next week. Tell everybody that you see to have a mighty fine deuces. And remember, I care about you. So, maybe you should take a lot of that caring that I have for you and spread it out to the world and care for other people. Alright, I will catch you in the next video, and you have a good old deuces.